1 week before a heart attack, your body may be screaming for help. These 7 warning signs could make all the difference. It can be terrifying to think about the possibility of a heart attack, especially because it often strikes without warning. However, the body is remarkable in how it tries to communicate when something is wrong. Long before the event itself, subtle signs may begin to appear, offering a chance to seek medical attention before it's too late. These signs might be easy to dismiss at first, but understanding them and taking prompt action can save your life. Knowing and recognizing these early signs can make all the difference in getting life-saving treatment. In today's video, we'll cover the 7 warning signs of a heart attack that may appear as early as 1 week before the event. Let's dive in and understand what your body might be trying to tell you. First, let's talk about chest discomfort. You might assume that heart attacks always come with sudden, dramatic chest pain, but that's not always the case. A week or more before a heart attack, some people experience subtle chest sensations. This could range from mild pressure or tightness to an uncomfortable fullness or even pain that comes and goes. It's not the sharp, shooting pain people often associate with heart problems, but a persistent sensation that something feels off. This discomfort might worsen with physical activity and improve with rest. It's important to pay attention to these sensations and not dismiss them as heartburn or stress. Studies have shown that many people who experience heart attacks recall unusual chest feelings in the days leading up to the event. This symptom is especially significant if it's something new for you. Listening to your body's cues and recognizing this sensation can make a world of difference in seeking early medical intervention. Another critical sign is fatigue. Feeling tired after a long day or a sleepless night is normal, but unexplained and extreme fatigue can be a red flag. This kind of tiredness isn't relieved by rest and can feel overwhelming. It's the type of fatigue that makes daily activities, like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even getting out of bed, feel like monumental tasks. This symptom is especially common in women, who might not experience the classic chest pain, but still suffer from other subtle warning signs. The heart is a muscle, and when it struggles to pump blood effectively, your body has to work harder, leading to that feeling of being utterly drained. This fatigue can build up over days or even weeks, becoming harder to ignore. If you notice this kind of persistent fatigue without an obvious cause, it's worth a conversation with your doctor. Don't let this sign pass as just a side effect of a busy life. It might be your heart's way of signaling distress. Let's move on to shortness of breath. Imagine walking up a flight of stairs or taking a brisk walk and suddenly finding yourself gasping for air, even though the activity isn't particularly strenuous. That's not normal, especially if you've been able to handle similar tasks without any trouble in the past. Shortness of breath can occur days or even weeks before a heart attack as your heart struggles to pump blood effectively. This symptom can happen on its own or in combination with other signs like chest discomfort or fatigue. It might feel like you can't catch your breath or that you're struggling to fill your lungs completely. Some people also describe a feeling of being smothered or an unusual tightness in their chest when trying to breathe. If this happens to you, especially during rest or mild activity, it's a sign that you need to seek medical advice immediately. Left unchecked, this issue can escalate rapidly, making early detection crucial. Next on our list is discomfort in other areas of the upper body. A heart attack doesn't always make itself known in the chest alone. In fact, pain or discomfort in areas like your arms, neck, jaw, shoulders, or back could also be an early indicator. The pain might start in your chest and radiate outward, or it could appear on its own without any chest symptoms. This happens because the nerves in these regions share pathways with those connected to the heart, meaning that pain signals can spread. For instance, you might feel a dull ache in your left arm, tension in your neck, or even pain in your upper back that seems to come out of nowhere. This symptom can be particularly misleading, as it's often mistaken for muscle strain, arthritis, or even stress. However, if this type of pain is persistent, recurrent, or unusual for you, it's worth investigating further. These symptoms should never be ignored, especially if they're new or unusual for you. Paying attention to your body and consulting a medical professional could prevent a potential heart attack. Digestive issues, such as nausea, indigestion, or stomach pain, can also be surprising early signs of a heart attack. It's easy to dismiss these symptoms as something minor, like a bad meal or a stomach bug, but they could signal something more serious. These digestive disturbances often occur alongside other symptoms, like chest discomfort or fatigue, but not always. The connection between the heart and digestive system isn't entirely understood, but researchers believe it has to do with how the nervous system responds to reduced blood flow during heart distress. You might notice a persistent queasy feeling, a sudden onset of indigestion, or sharp stomach pains that come and go without an apparent reason. If you've been experiencing unexplained nausea or stomach pain, especially if it's paired with other symptoms on this list, don't hesitate to seek medical attention. Even if it's not heart-related, it's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to your health. Another sign to watch for is sweating. While it's normal to sweat after exercise or in warm weather, breaking into a cold sweat without a clear reason is concerning. This type of sweating can happen as your body reacts to stress or discomfort caused by reduced blood flow. It often feels like clammy, cold perspiration that doesn't align with your environment or activity level. Sweating like this can be a sign that your heart is working harder than usual to pump blood. In some cases, people have described this as a sudden onset of flu-like symptoms, with chills and a sense of unease. Imagine sitting calmly at your desk or lying in bed when you suddenly find yourself drenched in sweat, accompanied by an unsettling feeling. If you notice this kind of unusual sweating, particularly in combination with other signs like chest pain or shortness of breath, it's a signal that something might be seriously wrong. Acting promptly can make a life-saving difference. Finally, let's talk about dizziness or lightheadedness. Feeling faint or unsteady, especially if it comes on suddenly, is a symptom you shouldn't ignore. This can happen when your heart isn't pumping blood effectively, causing a drop in blood pressure and reduced blood flow to the brain. Dizziness might be accompanied by nausea or a sense that you're about to pass out. It's particularly concerning if it occurs alongside other symptoms like chest discomfort, shortness of breath, or sweating. Many people dismiss dizziness as dehydration or standing up too quickly, but if it's happening repeatedly or without a clear explanation, it's essential to seek medical advice. Persistent or severe dizziness could be a sign of a more serious issue with your heart, and addressing it early can prevent complications. Understanding these warning signs is critical, but so is taking action if you notice them. Heart attacks don't always present as the dramatic events we see in movies. In reality, they often begin subtly with symptoms that build over time. The sooner you recognize these signs and seek medical help, the better your chances of preventing serious damage or even death. If you or someone you love experiences any of these symptoms, especially if they're new, unusual, or worsening, don't hesitate to reach out to a healthcare professional. Waiting and hoping the symptoms will go away could cost valuable time. Time that could mean the difference between life and death. Your heart health is one of the most important aspects of your overall well-being, and being proactive can save your life. The heart works tirelessly to keep us alive, pumping blood and delivering oxygen and nutrients to every part of our body. When it begins to show signs of strain, paying close attention and acting promptly can mean the difference between life and death. By listening to your body and recognizing when something feels off, you're giving yourself the best chance at early intervention and preventing potentially devastating consequences. Make it a priority to educate yourself and those around you about these warning signs. Share this knowledge with loved ones, encourage open discussions about heart health, and don't underestimate the power of seeking help when it's needed. Every symptom, no matter how small it may seem, deserves attention when it comes to your heart. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and take care of your heart. Small actions, such as maintaining regular checkups and being mindful of lifestyle choices, can go a long way in preserving your heart health. Remember, knowledge is your best tool in staying ahead of heart disease and ensuring a long, healthy, and fulfilling life.